circles of something, bumps coming
Just
out
coming up out of the
out of
ocean.
the ocean, and you go, oh, what's that? An optical illusion? No, that's a tortuga, an island tortuga, that is. And there was actually one here where they had a hospital for yellow fever victims, where it was like a
And
Malachi.
it looks no more. It doesn't look any bigger than like somebody's kitchen table out
Yeah,
in
and
the, out in the
supposedly
ocean.
there used to be a hospital out there, but now it's wiped clean of any sign of human habitation. And you wonder if they dismantled it or did it just all blow away in the
or rotted
hurricanes.
away.
Yeah, it could have. It's not a place you could spend a lot of time at easily.
No.
No, you'd be so dependent on supplies, a constant stream of supplies. There's no freshwater pipe out here.
No, they have to.
There's no electrical.
I think they do have electricity powered by a generator.
Yes, well, they don't have. They're not hooked to the main
Right.
power supply in
Right.
Florida. They're
And it looks like they
It's
have.
completely-
It looks like they have the satellite dish mounted on.
well, I bet they need some TV
Yeah,
or they
yeah.
would go insane out here. But if you hear occasional voices, those are our fellow passengers just wandering around, reacting to what they see. It is amazing. This ship, it's a really small island, and Fort Jefferson takes up most of it. And can you even walk around the whole fort on the outside?
I don't think so.
I think it goes.
I don't
Part of it goes right up to the ocean.
Yeah,
doesn't
there
it?
might be a wall that sort of goes around the moat
Right.
that you can walk on. I did see some people walking on that when I checked it out over there. But it also would be hot.
Yeah. It's I'm even I'm losing my shade here just in this little spot I was at. I don't think there's anything. I can move over here. I hope people can hear me. How are you doing over there?
I'm hot.
Yeah. You want some more water? See, this is you're hearing raw
Real.
survival here, podcast
Yeah.
listeners. Marge is hydrating now. Fortunately, we have a nice ship right over there where we can get another bottle of water.
In fact,
What?
we should go over there and right after this podcast.
Oh,
we
I
should
think it's a good idea.
go over there and fill up this water bottle.
If we can. They might just want me to buy a new bottle rather than fill it up.
Well, they have a big
They
jug.
have a tap.
They have a
Oh,
big
they have
jug.
do have a jug. Okay. Well, I might attempt to do that. Is no joke.
There's a lovely breeze, but when you're not in the shade,
Yeah, the
we're kind
sun's
of like
unforgiving. It's only about 72 degrees. It feels 102. And I was talking about the wildlife. I haven't. Yesterday when we were on the glass bottom boat, which is a great movie with Doris Day, very hilarious. I think maybe we even talked about that on the podcast yesterday. But I saw just a fleeting glimpse of the back of what I am assuming was a dolphin. I haven't seen any of those today, but we are told that from our boat, or maybe on the way back we'll see it. You can see dolphin following
they
the
follow
boat,
the boats.
and you can also see sea turtles. And that's what I was starting to get into, is that a lot of these islands are now designated, they're all protected by the government, and they're closed off to the public. And they are hatcheries for sea turtles and birds, seabirds. There's a huge amount. We've seen already several birds. I'm going to have to dig out my guide. I did not bring it with me,
Oh yeah.
but I suppose we could look it up on the internet too when we get back to Key West. But this is about, what we said, it's about 70, 80 miles to the west of Key West.
Yeah.
And this is the end of
This is the end.
This is the end of the Keys formation. And there was I'm jumping all over here now because I'm a little loopy from the heat. I'm glad I'm wearing a white hat. It's a reflective surface from my head surface. But there was a little, like a sandpiper type bird walking around before when we were first sitting here, when there was still a little bit of shade on this table. and I did a real rough sketch of them, and maybe I'll post that to the Facebook page if I remember, if the heat doesn't get to me first. But the sense of isolation out here, even with a boatload of people wandering around, is really unnerving and surreal. And well, I think Marge is going down. She's got the coup de soleil, the stroke of the head, stroke of the sun. Are you okay? You want a little more water?
Are you?
I'm
should
okay.
Should I go back and get some more water now?
I'm going to have to. We've got. If you want to, we got 10 more minutes. Can you hold out 10 more minutes, or is it just too brutal? Or is this going to have to be a short podcast? We can do it in 2 parts. We're going to do 10 more minutes on the boat on the way home.
Nah, I don't want to do
Okay. All right. We'll have some more water. We don't want to have a podcast first and have you pass out on the air. But that's right. Marge is hydrating live here on the podcast. And you can send Marge some water via our main offices and our website. And it was originally my idea to charter a plane to come out here. And that's when I first started learning about what the Dry Tortugas. Yeah, I'm going to say that Dry Tortugas, it's a word, it's a name I've always heard my whole life, but I never knew exactly where they were. I never knew what they were about or what they were used for or how big they were. I thought maybe it was a whole country somewhere. It could have been off the coast of Africa. It could have been somewhere else in the Caribbean. I didn't know it was even a part of the U.S. But as we were getting closer to our Key West trip, I just decided to look it up, and I thought, oh, geez, this is right off Key West. And you can actually get there, and I just typed, how do you get to the Dry Tortugas? First thing that came up, and of course that's the way I don't do a whole lot of extensive research on things like this when I get a scheme. I just saw so you could rent a plane. They fly people out here a couple times a week, and I thought, oh, that's what we got to do. We got to rent a plane. And I mentioned the idea to Marge, and she liked the idea of going to the Dry Tortugas too. But she immediately discovered that you could also charter a boat. You could, which is, well, it takes a little longer, but if you don't like flying in a small aircraft, I don't think Marge does. You can get her a lot quicker and you feel safer. But we did encounter a little rough water. What's the name of that channel out here?
The Rebecca Channel.
Is just before you get to the Dry Tortugas. The Rebecca Channel is a more active area. It's like
With the currents and the
currents
wind
run.
and stuff.
The wind comes whipping through and makes the sea a little choppier there, even on a nice day. And they warn you about it. They say, sit down. We're coming to the Rebecca Channel. And it'd be funny, the Rebecca Channel sounds like a satellite dish channel where they only show the different versions of the movie versions of the novel Rebecca. But no, we were warned. And podcast listeners, I will tell you this, it wasn't that bad. I think if you were on the front of the boat and in a more precarious spot, I think you would have felt it more.
Well, the captain did make everybody come off the bow of the boat.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
He made everybody go to
we were in the back.
Go inside or on the stern and sit down.
Yeah, we had taken our Dramamine,
We were already on the stern.
and we were in good shape. So we didn't suffer too much. But I think I'm just distracted by some of our fellow passengers.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that was probably, I think it was less rough seas really than our glass bottom boat trip, which is a lot jumpier a trip. And this certainly went a great deal of distance. That went 7 miles out. This went like 70 miles out. So the the difference in the speed were remarkably different. You keep looking at me.
I'm just looking.
Oh, okay.
See what
looking
you're
at me
saying.
like, oh, okay. Well, you can jump in here.
I know.
Okay.
I can't think of anything to say right now.
Oh, okay. I think we are both having experience a coup de soleil. I was trying to cover up the back of my neck here a little bit in the last minutes of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Am I looking burned?
No. No.
I am going to put more sunscreen on back there, but I just want to lean into the mic a little. And we got about 6 more minutes to go. I know it's like the podcast of when.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're comfortable,
Yeah.
these half hours go
Yeah.
by so quickly.
Yeah.
And when you are uncomfortable,
Well, I think
which
what
we're okay, but we're getting more of the
what
heat.
I'm going to recommend for myself is when we finish podcasting, I am going to head back to the boat and sit in air-conditioned comfort for a little while
Yeah, before we go
out
in
to
the
the
water.
beach.
Yeah,
Because it is.
we're gonna be out in the
we've been
sun
out
again
here
out
the whole
there.
time now, and it's getting to me now because I'm not
Well,
a
I think
sun.
what I'll do is I'll put on my my water shoes while we're inside, and then
Yeah,
we can just
and we
walk
just
down
go
to the
out
water and,
yeah.
and frolic about, and then come back and sit in the air conditioning again.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad idea. Yeah, we both got pairs of what they call pool shoes, aqua shoes, just for the very reason that we didn't want to walk out into the ocean and step on hunks of coral. Ooh, we learned about something called fire coral
Yeah.
yesterday on the glass bottom boat.
Uh,
And that doesn't sound like too much fun at all. Like if
Yeah.
you just touch it, the spot where you touch
stings. Sometimes it's just a day, sometimes for weeks.
Yeah, for weeks.
depending
And
how sensitive you are.
yeah, and then it also said, didn't she say something like, if it goes away,
Yeah.
it's like if you get touched by it again, like a year later, not
It'll
only
re-
will the
it'll-
spot hurt that you got, but the original spot you got
It'll
touched,
hurt.
it's sort of like it has a memory in your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
That is freaky and weird. Nature's wonderful that way. All the little surprises it can dish out to you. But I don't know. It almost sounded like a guy got a cell phone connection there for a second.
No, he did
No,
not.
he doesn't. There's nothing out here. The world does not know you're here. So that's why, there's a lot there's a lot riding on our trust that we'll get back on this boat. Because, we're leaving at 2:45 this afternoon. And
They want everybody back on the boat at 2:45. I think we're going to leave at 3.
oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
okay.
get back to Key West around 5:30.
And then I believe we're going to be having some supper
Well,
someplace. And then,
Yeah, we're going to. We can see what it's like, but there's
Yeah.
this place right close to the ferry dock called the Harbor Walk. And
Yes.
There's shops there and places to eat, so we might eat there.
that sounds like a good plan. And it won't be a bad thing.
No,
It'll be a very good
and
thing.
if we don't want to eat there, there's, God knows, there are plenty. There's
Yeah,
no
there's-
shortage of places to eat.
Yeah, we've probably
Key
already
West.
mentioned this several times. At Key West, you get hit in the face with
It's just there's
a place to imbibe every moment, every way, every which way
They even-
you turn around.
You can buy beer here on the boat.
Oh, you can.
They open the bar at like 2:00, and you can buy beer.
I
on
believe
the
I
boat.
might buy myself a beer on the
Well, we
boat.
better not sit on the sun deck then. We better stay in the air
Yeah,
conditioned cabin.
maybe that's a
But,
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll go right to our heads. We had a nice big breakfast, a nice big lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of an adventure.
really nice.
We were sitting up on the deck, on the aft deck, on the second floor of the
On the
upper
second,
deck, sun deck,
sun deck.
and bringing